The Republican Party in the House of Representatives has descended into complete and total chaos. And in line with that, I have for you a clip of Republican Representative Mike Lawler snapping. He's had enough of members of his own party who are clearly so unwilling or uninterested to govern or fulfill basic obligations of governance, such as funding the government, and are threatening a government shutdown so they can get just ridiculous concessions they're never going to get. So they're just threatening the shutdown. And it's a big political stunt, gets them lots of attention. But Mike Lawler called it a clown show. And that's exactly what it is. Now, of course, he's referring, before playing the clip, quick context, to individuals such as Matt Gaetz, who are saying, I'm not going to go along with funding the government unless you do all these different things that I want, such as defunding the agencies that are politically persecuting Donald Trump. Okay, clearly you're not serious about funding the government, about doing a basic part of the governance, your job within the government being funding it. And then we talked about Marjorie Greene, and she's getting this, but an example of the ridiculousness, saying, I'm not going to agree to fund the government unless Joe Biden has an impeachment inquiry opened into him. If Kevin McCarthy doesn't launch that impeachment inquiry, then I'm not going to fund the government. And other ridiculous things as well. And then you have more what you would call principled individuals, but they're also contributing, saying we need these huge spending cuts to all these different programs. And it just goes on and betrays a lack of seriousness when it comes to governance. And so with that being said, here is Mike Lawler calling this part of the Republican Party, the hardliners, as they're referred to, out.
This is not conservative republicanism. This is stupidity. The idea that we're going to shut the government down when we don't control the Senate, we don't control the White House. These people can't define a win. They don't know how to take yes for an answer. It's a clown show. You keep running lunatics, you're going to be in this position.
You keep running lunatics, you're going to be in this position. Mike Lawler is exactly right. Now, to dive more into the chaos that's currently taking place, you have this little exchange between Byron Donalds, who is also a Republican congressman, who put forward, just slap my mic, sorry about that, a continuing resolution to fund the government, and said, Matt, tell the people the truth. The DOJ will operate whether the government is shut down or not. Special counsels have always exempted themselves from shutdowns. What's your plan to get the votes to defund Jack Smith? You'll need more than tweets and hot takes. And Matt Gaetz said, it's so painful watching someone I admire so much author a continuing resolution to fund the government agencies I loathe. So again, defund Jack Smith or I won't fund the government. Come on. And then you have here Matt Gaetz admitting, yeah, we're going to have some degree of a government shutdown. That's kind of the goal.
We can't blame Joe Biden and the Democrats for why the Republican-controlled House of Representatives hasn't passed single-subject spending bills. That's our fault. So we have to deal with that. We will likely have to endure some degree of a shutdown.
So there he's making clear that his goal is not to find consensus and prevent the government shutdown. He's endorsing the shutdown. And if he doesn't get concessions on all these different things that he's obviously not going to get concessions on from Republicans, much less Democrats, then he's great with that. He's pushing for it, endorsement. And while, as I'm sure you know, the essential, as it's referred to, parts of the government continue to function during a shutdown, a lot of it doesn't. And that negatively impacts government workers, especially, and also just the American public more broadly, especially as the shutdown goes on. And so to threaten that for just needless reasons and be great with that idea is really bothersome. And again, exemplifies someone who's not serious about governing effectively. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show and get a bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. And there's a link in the description.